We are live. Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. Welcome to Friday Fan Cams here on the Blue Abroad YouTube channel. We are in for a treat this Friday, the 7th of November, 2025. I've got a nice, cool guest lined up, and we're going to have some fun. We are 12 days away from the draft. We are less than 24 hours away from a home final for the AFLW. We have a raised Monogram Guernsey to give away. I don't know if you can you see it? Can you actually make out? Anyway, I'm pretty sure you can, but we've got a giveaway to do. And then we've also got just general fan cams, just general chit chat amongst ourselves. And we'll wrap up what's been an interesting week and have a bit of fun. See who's here. Kel, you're always here, mate. Andrew, you were first. Welcome, my friend. Welcome. Hello, Says. Hello, Chills. Bluebagger 1987. That's a great year. So good having the fan cams on. I'm glad you enjoy them. I reckon there's only, honestly, I think I might have one or two left for the year before we wrap up on the channel for the year for fan cams anyway. So we may as well make the most of it. Hello, Lou. Hello, Julie. Hello, Michael Jones, 8649. Hello, Ben. Damien, good to see you. It is full 3D. So I actually I was there yesterday when I went to the AFLW open training session. So I was at the club at 8:50 a.m. and I was the first person to walk into the Carlton shop, and I bought two. And they told me that I was the first person to buy the new Guernsey from the shop. So whoever wins the Guernsey tonight it'll be the first one. Whatever. It's a fucking Guernsey. Anyway. Hello, Shannon. AFL videos. You just got 3 ads. Shit. I don't know what to tell you. Hello, Carlton. The Guernsey will win us a flag. Well, it'll definitely win us a Guernsey flag. Hello, Chichio. Hello, Murray. Good to chat with you again. Shabbat Shalom up the guts. Shabbat Shalom indeed. Hello, Alistair. Slobbo, mate. Happy Day? Yeah. Hello, Blues. Says... All right. The Monogram is sensational. About time it returned. We'll talk about it a little later because what I'm going to do is I've got a guest who's going to join us. And some of you may have seen his work over the last week or so. I actually shared his work on Monday during the Blue Abroad show. So what we're going to do is I'm going to bring him in. He's got an incredible draft tool that he's built. And in this show, you are going to ask, we're going to go through every single draft scenario that you have in your mind because there's a lot of unknown. There's a lot of questions. So we are literally going to go scenario by scenario, pick by pick, and try and make a little bit more sense of what's happening with the draft using his tool. And then afterwards, when he's finished, we'll then open the show up to all of you, bring you in for some fan cams, and then we'll do the Guernsey giveaway, I don't know, later on. At some point. So, without any further ado, I've got a friend. Hello, Adam.
Hey, how are you?
Hey,
thanks for having me on.
Good. No, thanks for joining. Thanks for being here on such short notice.
You're welcome. Yeah, no worries. You're welcome.
Now, I was just saying on Monday, I'll go back one step. I think Sunday night, I found your video on the Carlton West Coast potential trade. And
I've said a couple of people. Yes.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, it was good, mate. Welcome to content. Talking about Carlton.
That's it.
And I saw it and I'm like, wow, this is really interesting stuff. So we played a little bit of it on Monday night. And I think just the opportunity to have you with us and sharing the tool with us and for us to just go through, pick by pick and try and make some sense of it, mate, much appreciated.
No, not a problem. I thought the truth be told, the original story was I was kind of inspired with one of Pommy's videos. He'd made a video Picks from Hell or something like that that was the thumbnail, and he actually really explained everything pretty well. And I thought I just want to take that a bit further and just find a way to show someone it happening in real time. So I just thought about that and just try to build it out from there effectively.
No, that's awesome. Well, what's your story? Like, where are you from? Like, yeah, how did
Perth, Western
build
Australia.
Yep.
I'm not a software developer by any stretch. A lot of it's AI and just the little tweaks, when you know how to, change the color of something, and basically just trying to make a good user interface that will show everyone what they want to see in a decent way, effectively. So yeah, I'm not just a building supervisor over here in Perth. New to all this content creation. I'm enjoying it so far, though.
Yeah, you've stepped into the YouTube world. I was saying to you just before we went live, I saw your video and I saw your channel, and you had 13 subscribers, and I was your 14th. And I'm just looking at it now.
Thank you for that.
And you've got 361. So it's been a week.
It's going there. We're getting there. We're going there. Yeah. I'm happy. I like watching that little tally go up. So
yeah. No, it's good. I think anytime you can bring something new to the table, I think that's always
what I wanted to do. Exactly. I wouldn't have bothered if I couldn't. Yeah.
No, it's awesome. It's awesome. And yeah, like you said, I mean, Pommy's the draft guy around here. I've been working with Pommy since 2019, and I reckon he's repeated draft rules and spiels to me for since then. And to be honest, I reckon it's only just started to click a little bit this year. I'm only just starting to get the nuance of it, because I'm a bit more of a visual learner. If you can gamify it and visualize it to me, and I can absorb information well, but I'm not very good at being told information and retaining it.
Yeah, I'm pretty similar. I've taken a lot of what I've tried to build off. I do a bit of. I'm quite an avid NFL fan as well, and with the NFL, they've got quite good quality software for their fantasy drafts and things like that. So I've taken some ideas from there and just try to bring it into what we've got here. That's a lot of the inspiration as well.
Cool.
You need to kind of see it to understand it a little better. So yeah.
Well, I'll tell you which bit taught me what you taught me straight away with your video. So I didn't have the concept of when you burn a pick and you get points back where they slide into. It had been told to me, I understood you get a pick later in the draft, but if it's 197 points, that's between pick 41 and 42, because 41's 200 and something points and 42 is a little less than 197. So that part really got me good. So
I think, and that's what I've learned building this. I think there must have been some maths genius at AFL House that has come up, and that's why they're throwing these random numbers at each pick. So I've tried to find a scenario where the points exactly line up with the discount getting applied and things like that. I haven't found one yet.
Yeah. Well,
mate,
that's why you're here. That's why you're here. So
that's it. I'm interested to see what you guys can throw at it.
Cool. Well, whenever you're ready, if you want to share your screen, what I'll do is I'll put your channel in the chat. If anybody wants to take a look. How do we pronounce your channel name?
Sotoram. It's basically my surname backwards, more or less. I'm not a very inventive person. So
Maratos.
Yeah.
You Greek?
Way up the family tree. My dad's a Safa. Yeah, but yeah, once upon a time we were Greek.
Your dad's a Safa? What's a Safa?
South African.
Oh, South African. Oh, South.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So
cool.
Yeah. Okay, I'll put it on here.
Yeah.
Let me know if it's working on your end. Should be.
Yep. All right, it is here. I will share my screen. We are here.
Try to tweak it.
Yeah. Fantastic.
I've tried to tweak it a little bit for the phone viewers.
I might even do this, and I might just move our videos so that we're kind of not in the way.
Yeah.
So those of you playing at home, does that look better? I think that looks better. Yeah. So do you want to just maybe run us through the basics of what we have there?
Yeah. Okay. So basically what we've got here, I've got the current draft draft order here. So Carlton are falling at 9-11 at the moment. Mm-hmm. I haven't updated that pick swap, that trade that happened a moment ago. I don't know if you've heard about that one.
Was that the Western Bulldogs and West Coast trade?
That's it. So yeah, they've still got 53. And I've got my little tabs up here. So this is when I was once upon a time populating all the players. I've got the player pool in the middle of the stage, and I've got the club cards, which will house how many points they have, how many which draft picks they've got, and these should hopefully all just modify on the fly as picks get taken. Okay. These tabs up the top, I've got a big board. I basically use this to add players, and in the end, I ended up just creating a CSV file and importing a bit, which made life a lot easier. I've got my trade simulator. So in that instance, a minute ago, so you got pick 53. We'll go to Western Bulldogs, and we'll just put that in the. So we've got a current draft board. I think it was a future fourth.
It was a future. I believe it was a future fourth. Let me just confirm that.
Was it 26 or 27? I didn't know which one either.
I'll tell you now.
I'm assuming that's for Sam Darcy's brother. That'd be my assumption.
Yeah. So just for those playing along at home, we're going to update this because a trade actually happened. So the trade is West Coast has traded pick 53 to the Western Bulldogs for their future 4th round pick. Now, the year, it doesn't tell me the year.
Because I think they've introduced 2 years in advance this year. So I've tried to include that as well with 2027. But let's just assume it's 24. So okay. I think they've just done that in case Sam Darcy, what's his brother's name? Anyways, the Darcy should get picked up towards the end. I should do a little brief spiel, but basically the purpose of that trade, from what I can tell, is them picking up 28 draft index points.
Yep.
Now, if you see on the left-hand side where my scroller is, you've got your draft points allocated next to each pick. They gradually get less and less points, the less valuable your pick is, and they stop at pick 54. Okay, so it's a real tail ender. West Coast are likely not going to use it. In my draft cards up here, I've got a little bubble here, you'll see. Say for Brisbane, they've got 4. That's indicating to us how many players we're expecting each team to take. This is based off an article Carl Toimi wrote a week or 2 ago. So it doesn't include Essendon dropping Setterfield and Eagles dropping Livingston and things like that. So it's not quite accurate, but it's just what we think. So I'll go and execute that trade. Pick 53 here should turn into the Bulldogs. There we go. And they've picked up a few extra points. Eagles have lost their points, but they've gained a future 4th from the Doggies. All right. Okay, so that's the trade simulator. The club picks is basically just a summary of what they've got. This is where I can update how many players we're expecting them to take. You can see that updating up here. And then we just run the draft. Draft. We'll go through as people want to see, this guy gets taken here, this guy gets taken here. We'll go through it. And the results will just populate, and it'll populate our trade history as well, what trades happened along that draft simulation. And then if someone wanted to save it or wanted a copy of it, I can export it to text and send it through to them.
Gotcha.
I've also in this, sorry, you go.
Yeah, go ahead.
Another little feature I've put in, I've saved scenarios. So I've been doing viewers drafts on my channel, and people throw in their drafts, and you just load it up and they come up with their own scenario. You'll see this populate on the side here. So in this instance, we had William Dersma get Melbourne traded up for pick 1 for Dersma. Eagles traded way back and accumulated some picks out the back. I've got Dylan Alexander and True Footies mock they did the other day. Just things like that, just so people can have a look and compare,
Cool.
So, yeah, that's where we're at. And then I've got my reset draft button.
Amazing. Well, I think what we'll do is, because, as we can see here, the way it sits right now, you've got Carlton having 3 selections, right? And that's because there's 3 list spots available.
Yes, exactly. Yep, that's the thinking.
Gotcha. Yeah. And
are you thinking more?
What's that?
So I was going to say, did you want me to add more or less or anything, or was that
No. That's fine. I think the other part I'm interested to know is there just a general consensus that Willem Dersma is the first pick?
Yeah, I think so. That's what I've been basing everything off. I haven't heard too many other, just rumors through the rumor mill that someone's trading up for pick 1 for someone else.
Uh-huh.
And I think if you listen to his latest interviews, I think he's already been told, similar in the way that Sam Lawler got told last year, a bit early.
Yep. Right.
He's already treading the happy to move to West Coast, or the company line there.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, I'm pretty sure Carlton have 4 spots available.
Yes. So I think this is basically just based off Cal's article. I'm assuming he's probably talking about re-signing someone or a train on something.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's so you could very much have more, and I think there's a good chance a lot of them will have more. I think the default numbers I've baked in ends up being 57 draft picks in total, and I think that's roughly the general census. Obviously, there's no exact science for it, but I'll just try to get as close as I can.
All right, cool.
All right.
Maybe if you just show us what it's like to draft Willem Dersmer at pick 1, how it plays out.
Okay. All right, so let me undo that. Now, so West Coast currently have got their draft hand here. They've got 7,169 points. This pick 1 is going to burn 3,000 of those points, okay? And pick 1 should leave their card. They now got 4,169. Those picks are burnt. Everyone's moved down, okay? The interesting thing that is really hard to show people just when you're doing a mock draft without showing them in front of them, is I want to show what happens to everyone's draft picks when multiple picks get burnt. Okay, so it's I don't know how else you'd explain it without trying to show them. So for Gold Coast to sorry, let me start again.
Yep.
Let's just assume that West Coast want to bid on Zeke Hewland. He's widely regarded as the second best player in this draft. Gold Coast currently, their best pick is at 15. So in order for them to retain him, they're going to have to burn their best picks that they've got up here. So you got 15, 18, and 24. I've got a little update pop-up that pops up that will explain it to us. West Coast have bid at pick 2, 2,481 points. They're getting that discount because he's been in their academy the last few years. Okay. And then in order for Gold Coast to take Hewland, they're going to have to burn picks 15, 18, and 24. Okay. So that's the total that they're paying, 2,430. That's those 3 added up. And it's going to be more than the 2,233 that they require. So as Pommy was explaining, you're getting a bit extra. You're getting change for what you've paid. That's 197 picks. Okay. And then I've written where we're expecting the compensation pick to fall. And then I've put it's around about pick 43 because this is the current points index. And because you're burning 3 picks, that's going to move up another 2 slots. I hope that makes sense. You got Zeke Hewland and the 2 slots that follow. And then they'll throw in 1 at the back. So what I want to show you, we'll match that. Zeke Hewland's now Gold Coast. West Coast moved to pick 3. And those 15, 18, 24, they're all gone.
They're all gone.
Doggies have moved down.
Yep.
Yeah, they've burnt them. Exactly. And then the compensation pick has been inserted down here. So I'll just run it back so I can show you a bit better. We'll go Hewland again. So as I said, 197 points, sorry. We look at this tally on the right.
On the left?
You want to, on the left-hand window, but on the right side next to the team names, you want to know where 197 points is going to fall here. And it's going to fall between Sydney and Carlton, right here. So that's where Gold Coast compensation pick will get put in. So we play it out. And there it is.
Brilliant.
Between Sydney and Carlton. Now, everyone else moves up. So this is the point I was trying to say before that is really hard to show everyone. I want you to keep an eye on Brisbane. I'm going to run it back, and I want you to keep an eye on Brisbane's points because it affects every pick thereafter. So all their tail end picks are increasing in value as Gold Coast burn 3 picks. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So I'll show you. They're stuck on 1756, but every pick before pick 54 is going to jump up in value, like only incrementally, but it's still going to jump up in value, which will affect their.
Are you saying West Coast ultimately have the choice of who they want to? I mean, who they're sort of trying to go after, so to speak, because
exactly.
Yeah. So for example,
by having two cracks at it, they've got that option, which is it's not a tangible thing. It's not like something you can give to someone else, but they can just wield it and dictate. Do you know what I mean? Like what they, how hard they screw over another team. Effect is what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
So Gold Coast ultimately have 2 players in their academy that they're really keen on. Brisbane have 1. Carlton have a father-son.
2, yeah. I think Sydney's another key player as well, so that affects it down the track. And Essendon have Swade. I think I've got a filter here which will show us who all of them are.
Gotcha.
Brizzy, you got Sydney. The Gold Coast got a few more. They got Bo Adensall. He's going to maybe learn. Round pick 30. Sydney. These are the Sydney players I was telling you about: Carmichael and King. But there's a few extras. You guys have got Ison. So I think he was expected around the 20 mark. I've got to update these ranges, but that's wasn't the top of my priority.
No, we'll keep Ison at 35, mate. That's perfect.
Happy with that?
yeah, very much happy with that.
So yeah, that's what we're thinking. So yeah, I just wanted to take it that extra step and just show those little incremental changes that are really hard to show everyone else. And that's what I'm saying. So let's just say we wanted to go Annabelle. That'll affect the compensation because they've got 1756 points to match it, and they're gonna they haven't got enough there. But if we were to go Ewan, Cooper Duff Tyler, and then Annabelle, he can be matched.
Wow. Okay.
So this is the other thing. This is I'm really getting in the nitty gritty of the rules here. I'm not too sure, and I've kind of just guessed at this part. But when someone matches with a deficit, what happens here is Brisbane will go into the 2026 season with 479. Where am I reading it? They're going to go into the next year with a 477 point deficit, which will, let's say they win the premiership and this draft points index is exactly the same. It won't be, but it's going to punt them back like nearly 500 points. So their first rounder next year will fall back to like, what do we say? It's 300 points or something. Do you know what I mean? So that's why it makes sense for them to trade up, just get their points now, even if they're tail enders. And yeah, it's only ever happened once. The only example I could find of it was Freo went into deficit. They're the only team to ever do that with Liam Henry, I believe. So yeah, there's a few little intricacies that I had fun exploring.
All right. So the consensus, is that Zeke Ulan will be bid on with this next step.
Correct. Yeah. So we've got these options. Do they choose not to match it and he goes to West Coast? I don't think that's ever going to happen. I think they match it. They just burn these picks and we carry on with our draft.
Okay. Now, your suggestion is that Harry Dean could be bid on by the Eagles before Patterson or Annabelle.
Yes.
Now, is that because you think West Coast genuinely need a Harry Dean, or is that because it's just like I don't know? Yeah,
it's that stems from Carlton having these two picks so close together.
Mm-hmm.
The way I look at it, I don't think it matters to Carlton if they burn picks 10 and 12 or 12 and 14. No matter which way you split it, you're going to end up with Harry Dean.
Yep.
Right. But the Eagles, it benefits the Eagles to get that 10. So if you give Carlton 12 and 14, you're still getting Harry Dean. But it benefits the Eagles. And the Eagles can, if they wanted to be nasty, they could just try and screw you over and bid on Dean at pick 2, pick 1, you know. Make you pay up more points than you need to.
I reckon the Blues and the Eagles have a good relationship. I promise you, Matt Owies is going to be a really good player. I promise.
I didn't mind him when he was at Carlton. He had that 30-goal season, didn't he?
Yeah. Promise you that Owies will come good.
If he can get a game anymore, yeah. But yeah, we need to plug holes all across the field. So yeah. So anyone becoming good, I'd welcome that.
You know what? Let's do worst case scenario. I mean, when I say worst case scenario, if the Eagles bid on Harry Dean here with this next position, we're ultimately getting the third player in the draft.
So say that again, sir.
I said, let's just say for Carlton fans, worst case. You know, we say worst case, but it's not that bad. But let's just say West Coast bid here on Harry Dean.
Mhm.
Can we play it out just so we know what the pick shuffle becomes?
Right. So you end up with a pick 30 as compensation. You've already got enough because you've got those high value picks.
Yep.
And your compo will be pick 30. But
That's
as
if West Coast are bidding on Harry Dean right after Zeke Uland with pick 2.
yeah, correct.
Mhm.
And that's going to fall below Sydney and above Sydney. So Sydney have got a couple of picks down here that back to back.
Mhm.
That's where your overpay ends up.
Mhm.
So you will end up with picks 3 and pick 30 effectively.
3. Yep.
So 10 and 12 turn into 3 and 30.
Mhm.
So you want to play it out? So we'll play that out. So they've burnt both of their picks.
Mhm.
They're gone, and your compo should be down here. Yep. And that's when your next pick is.
All right.
And you've and that affects this tally. Okay. That's your remaining hand. No matter which way you split it, you're going to end up with Harry Dean. But you want more points in this tally because it gives you a better chance of matching your second academy player. If you wanted to, you might draft someone else. But yeah.
All right. Well, why don't we do the next scenario where they don't bid on Harry Dean, they bid on someone else.
Okay.
As in just with that last pick. So it's still Dersma and
Uland.
Yep.
And then I think a lot
of
people
are
thinking,
fan. What do you want to? Who do you want?
All year, I was a Cooper Duff title fan because I'm one of those fans that's quite hypercritical of Bailey Williams. I think he's been killing us since we've had good ruckman our entire forever. We've gone from Cox to Natanui. We had Michael Gardner before that, all handy, and this guy's been killing us. I've always said that, but lately I'm liking Sharp. I'll do like Sharp because we need contested possession. But let's just say CDT at the minute.
Mm-hmm.
And then you want to look at Richmond maybe putting a bid on at Carlton.
Right. So what does it look like? So, yeah.
So pick 30. Already, you're looking at around pick 24.
Just from one pick more, one extra, like next pick.
Yeah.
The situation goes from pick 30 to pick 24.
Yeah. So the further he drops, the better off it is for you. Absolutely. But especially these high-end picks, the jump in points tally goes up a lot. You can see that's 600 points, that's 300, and then it's exponential kind of thing. So yeah, that's just these were these little details that I couldn't really find a way to. I wanted to show people.
Mm-hmm.
So
Richmond, I think there was an academy kid that they would bid on.
They've got Kellaway as a father-son. I think that's at the tail end of the draft. I haven't noticed any next gen academy for Richmond. Not that I know of, anyway.
No, as in make the other teams bid or match a bid.
I'm with you. Sorry, I misunderstood. Yeah, you're probably referring to Patterson, the other Gold Coast. So they've already burnt a ton of their points for Ulan.
Mm-hmm.
And now this is where I go into this deficit bit that I'm telling you about. So to have 2 and 4, they're not going to have enough points. So you can either go to the trade simulator, make a trade with someone at the back end that might want to move up. So my viewers in one of the live drafts came up with a good situation. I'll show you. See how this button's now grayed out? We can't click it because they don't have enough points. So they'll either take that into the next year and then they'd push their first rounder back, or we go to the trade simulator. And it was, I can't really remember, but let's say, what do they need? They need an extra 35 points. It's pretty easy to match. You could trade 34 and 31. You've already got your 35 points. You need to make it worthwhile for Doggies to move back 3 picks. Let's say you throw in Bombers' 3rd rounder and you execute the trade. Gold Coast have now got enough to match that bid. Okay. I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So they've just got those picks that they fell short of the points. Sorry.
Right.
And then the next one's Harry D. So a lot of these top end talent, I think that's why a lot of the talk about this draft is that it is compromised at the top end.
Mm-hmm.
They're all either father, son, or next gen. Same with Brizzy, but now because all these points have been burnt, Brizzy don't have to pay as much.
I see.
So that's what you were saying before. It really West Coast can choose, and Richmond can choose. These guys at the end, they can choose who they really want to stick it to, because they know they're not getting any of these players. It's just which one to bid on first.
It's just to force the teams to pay up.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So yeah, I find it real fascinating.
So let's just say we get to this point, and then they bid on Harry Dean. What does that look like for Carlton?
Okay. So pick 23. Wow. So you're only you're going up and up and up.
Yep.
Yeah. So and that's moved up because you've burnt the picks. You've burnt the 2 picks. So obviously that last one will move up 1. You got your Harry Dean and you burnt your 2, so you move up 1. So it said 23. It's actually 22.
Okay. All right. So let's take out Harry Dean from that bid. Let's continue on with whoever else that they would realistically pick.
A lot of the talk's been around Roby, the bolter for this year.
Mm-hmm.
So let's play that out.
Yep. Sam Grill, was that the other one that they were maybe interested in? Yes.
Yeah. Let's go him.
Mm-hmm.
And now you really need to get through Essendon and Melbourne, and then you've got your own pick. So if they choose not to, which I find it unlikely, you have your pick 14 ready to roll.
Mm-hmm.
That's best case scenario for Carlton.
So if Essendon make the bid here on Harry Dean,
18.
Wow.
So you're just going up incrementally, but it's enough to, it might get you that player that you're after for your second.
Well, I want Josh Lindsay. I know it's unlikely.
I've seen him fall around that mark-ish.
That's what I want. That's like in my fantasy mind. That's my best case scenario. I mean, I don't know, mate. Might not play out that way. Probably won't. But yeah.
I can definitely see it happening. Absolutely. I've seen I've done a lot of these mock drafts with some of the viewers, and yes, it has played out a couple of times in the way that they foresee it. Did you want to play this one out? Or you want to keep going down the?
Yeah, let's play this one out. So yeah.
So I think Essendon could take Sharp. I believe he is a Bombers fan. And I've seen Cumming linked to them as well. It's funny in the live chat, anytime anyone writes Cumming, they get blocked a bit.
What's that? Sorry?
The surname hasn't helped. When people are like, because in that chat, we try let people make their picks as we're going through it, and they're trying to write Cumming, and it's just they're not getting through or they're getting blocked.
Oh, I see.
It's not ideal the way the surname's spelled. So we've picked Harry Dean, and you guys have got your 17. So as you can see, they're creeping up. It's coming up to 17. So,
all right. Well, I'll put it out to the chat. Type in. I mean, some of you, I think I saw Lou Felino put in an example trade. Type in a suggestion, like something you would like to see visually played out here. Whether it's whatever we haven't gone through here. Type in the chat what you would want to visualize and see. I think someone put in a trade for a future pick.
Okay. Yes, I've had that a lot. You guys are chasing Walker for next year.
Yeah. So Lou Felino said, can you ask for Carlton to trade 11 and Swans future first for Roos 25, 26 and Roos future first? So Lou, what's that for? Yeah.
So what was it you wanted? What did you want to trade? You wanted to
see Carlton trade 11 and the Swans future first. I'm guessing that's next year.
You got two from Sydney. I think that was the Curnow deal.
Yeah.
That one would be relatively valuable for that Walker trade. I think this one would be less valuable because that's the Tassie draft.
Uh-huh.
But if he wants to do the 2026 one, that's next year's.
Mm-hmm.
For what was on the way back? 25 and for Roos future first.
Kangaroos 25, 26 and the Roos future first.
Right. Okay, let's have a look. So you're losing 54 points there, which is fine because you're still going to meet Harry Dean there. And you wanted Roo's future first, which will be, let's say, another top 4 pick, potentially, if they carry along the same path.
Yep.
Execute trade. Now, I can't show you future picks. I can do it under this tab. Oh, it's not showing who it is. But, yeah,
No,
you've got Carlton and Kangaroos pick. That should get you in the top 2, top 3, you'd think, to match any bids on Walker.
Okay.
Then you've still, how are you looking for points? You're at 2,704. You've still got enough to meet Harry Dean, providing he doesn't go pick 1. But you won't get the second guy. Yeah.
Pommy's got one here. He said,
Hey, Pommy.
Hey, Pommy. Do 9 and 13 9, 13 and 34. Sorry. 9 for 13 and 34. I think that's West Coast, right?
Yeah, just trying to work it out myself. 9, 13 and 34.
Right.
And then
11 for Adelaide's future first.
All right. So, yeah, you're picking up a bit of points there for the matching bids. 13 and 34 for pick 9. And then you want to trade Adelaide's future first.
No,
what was it?
Trade pick 11 for Adelaide's future first.
Sorry, gotcha. All right. So you're losing your 1,200 points there.
Mm-hmm.
And you're sitting at 16.38, which at that point, you want the bid to come in after pick 6.
Uh-huh.
Okay, because you're not going to be able to meet 16.59. You're falling 21 points short. You can probably just do a later trade at the tail end if you wanted to.
Here, it shouldn't affect us, but then see a bid from Essendon on Dean and a bid from Geelong on Ison in that scenario.
All right, let's play it out for him. So Dersma, we're going Ewan to Eagles can take CDT. Who'd we say? Patterson. I don't want to just go through that. Let's go through that. Everyone's getting happy, getting what they want. And then what? So what was this scenario?
We said
Essendon bid on Dean.
Yeah, Essendon.
So Tigers would take Roby
and Grill. Yep.
Okay, so is he saying Essendon's first or Essendon's second? Are they going to be jerks or
bid on Dean Essendon first pick and then Ison at Geelong's first selection?
Okay. So you got 79 points. Your pick's going to fall at about pick 50. Insert below your pick, and Adelaide's down here somewhere. Where's Carlton and Adelaide? That's where your compensation is going to be. That's where Brizzy's was for Dan Annable.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so and then what was that last bit in the scenario? Geelong were bidding on.
So when Geelong get their first pick,
yep,
we're saying
pick 19 down here.
Yep,
Ison. Okay, so let's play it out. So Sharp and Cumming to Essendon.
Mm-hmm.
Melbourne can take Taylor and Schubert. Oh, nearly messed that up. West Coast take Farrow.
Mm-hmm.
Who do we think for Hawthorn? Who do you want for Hawthorn?
I think it was it Ollie Greaves?
Yeah, I've heard that as well. I think he was nearly their NGA player, but it fell through for whatever reason. Adelaide would take a South Australian. Let's go Filippo.
Mm-hmm.
GWS, I've got no idea who they're thinking. Maybe Marsh. Dogs can take a back. They need a back. Oscar Taylor is best available. Another South Australian for, who do you think? That'll do. The Doig. Okay, we got Geelong, and he wants a bid on Ison.
Yep.
You're 231 points short.
So it wouldn't be ideal to make that initial trade.
Nah, you've fallen a little short. Yeah. That's when you lose your 1,000 points or whatever it was for your future, that future first. Pick 9's a bit too valuable. Was it pick 9 or 11? Whatever it was a little too valuable.
Okay. Wow, what an interesting tool.
Yeah. I can't tell you how many bugs I've squashed trying to get it to where I'm happy with it.
Holy shit. All right. Let's do. Okay, no, this is Shannon. What's the thinking behind this?
Do 98 and 80. I can tell you they're all 0 pointers.
Pommy wanted a worst case scenario. Great effort. Love it.
Yeah. So what did we say? How many points short?
About
238.
Yeah.
Or the equivalent of pick 40. If you can find a way to get a pick 40 off someone, let's say Eagles will be done. Port are done. Port aren't expected to take anyone. So if you can trade up Port, and how would you do it? It's hard to. You want pick 40 or better.
Can you
maybe?
Can you undo the last pick up until say Melbourne's first pick? Oh, but this is with Carlton having done that trade, isn't it?
I think so.
Okay.
Yes. So they traded pick 9 and they got that 11 for the future. It locks in Walker for you, but you might fall short of Ison.
Can we reset it and go as you just did with Essendon making that bid on Harry Dean? Because I think that seems to me like the most logical.
So just without the trades?
Without the initial trade for Carlton's pick, yeah.
So they're still doing...
still got 9 and 11 going into the draft.
Oh, we're not trading pick 9 for 13 and 34?
No, not doing the West Coast trade, sorry, as well. Yeah.
That's cool. We'll blank it all together. All right. Yep. So Ewland, they're happy. This is where we'll just keep everyone happy, keep Duff Tyler, just so it all runs smoothly. Richmond taking Roby and Grill. Sharp coming. Taylor and Schubert. So
this
no
is
one's
best
bid on
case
him.
scenario. No one bids on Dean.
Yeah. So these are the players you could look at if everyone plays nice.
Hawthorn draft Greaves and Carlton draft Lindsay. Mate, you did it. Easy.
Perfect. There you go. Easy done. Everyone plays nice. Everyone goes home happy.
So okay, that means there would be 363 points left, and if you just scroll down on the left-hand side, what type of pick is that?
So you want a bid for Ison to come in after what did we say? 363. Yeah. After pick 34. Or at pick 34 or later.
Is this a realistic scenario, or am I dreaming?
I think you could be dreaming. I think, as you say, I don't think teams want to play nice anymore because you can make you're only improving your opponent's hand, aren't you? You've got to compete against them next year. So that's the way I'd like to see the list managers attack it anyway, I think,
That's fair. I reckon it'll be Essendon or Melbourne that make the bid on Harry Dean.
I think so too. I agree. Yeah.
Can we play it out if Melbourne make the bid with their first pick?
Sure. So Richmond, who do we say? Richmond, Roby and Grill. And who do we want for Essendon? We want Taylor and Cumming.
Yep.
This one? Yeah, that's fine. All right, so Melbourne's first for Dean. That's what you wanted, wasn't it?
Yeah. So that next, okay, pick 15. It's not too bad.
You're only giving up pick 14, so yeah, it's going to be inserted below Carlton and above Craft. So he's just moving back a pick. I think Essendon will make you pay, though.
I think so too. I just wanted to visualize it. I've pretty much seen a scenario now. That's kind of why I wanted to get you on. I wanted to see a scenario with every single pick before pick 9.
No, that's fine. Yeah. Absolutely.
So,
that's what it's here for.
Yeah. Maybe just put a final call out before we wrap up with you. Does anybody have
to show you?
Yeah, go for it.
Cody Walker's one of your main priorities also for this draft, isn't he? So
next year,
a team that Carlton should be attacking as far as trading would be Melbourne. Melbourne are one of the only few other teams with a first rounder for next year.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Melbourne will be close. Gold Coast pick will probably be in the teens. I would expect them to be top 4 next year. But Melbourne, not so much. Melbourne, a good chance to be a bottom 4 team. So that could be another pick. That could be of good value to Carlton. So everyone else has kind of just got their own, more or less.
Right. Bugs, why bother bidding if the outcome doesn't change? We'll still get Dean. Well, yes, but we bid. The bids will come because you just keep the other teams honest.
Yeah, you've got to compete against these guys. That's the thing. You're not going to try and help your opponent get a leg up.
So do you think a scenario like Nick Dacos sliding to pick 4 won't happen again?
Nah, I don't think. I think instances like that are why we've got the current system in place. I think they're the very reason why they've tweaked it this way.
Yep.
I did see an article where I think it was John Ralph mentioned that next year, if you were to match a bid, you can only match it with 2 picks as well.
In the first round? Or 2 picks
in total? I think. So that Hewland instance wouldn't be doable. So they're using 3 picks here. So you can basically, how would I explain it? Yeah, you'd need to trade 24 and 18 to a 16 or something.
Interesting. Wow. All right, mate.
Yeah,
that's fascinating.
It's interesting. Stuff. Yeah,
absolutely. What I'll do is I'll stop sharing this for a second. I'll get us back to. Oh, where are we? There we go. Those of you in the chat, this is Adam's YouTube channel. Please go and show him some love, because how long did it take you to build this?
Oh, it was over a few weekends. The missus was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, just getting frustrated, all these different bugs I was trying to switch. Because you fix one thing and you break 3 things over here. I was just dealing with that constantly, trying to get these numbers to talk to each other. But yeah, I'd say 2.5 weekends. Yeah.
Mate, phenomenal. Like, honestly, phenomenal. And thank you so much for sitting here with us.
You're welcome.
And, repeating
anytime
draft.
Anytime, if you guys want to play out anything, or just give us a call. You've got my contact now, so yeah, be happy to do it. If you get if Pom ever wants to jump on, I'd like to see what he could throw at me as well with that type of stuff. That'd be great.
Yeah. What have you got planned for the next few weeks with your channel?
It's really a lot of draft content. I'm just going to try and explain this stuff. A lot of it is getting a bit repetitive. I'm very new to this YouTube stuff. I don't know what other type of content I can come out with just yet, so I haven't really thought too much about it. I've just had a newborn, so I'm going to be spending a fair bit of time with him as well. So, yeah, that's the plan.
Well, mate, congratulations. Does
Thank
the
you very
newborn
much.
have a name?
Lucas.
Yeah. Well, just want to say thanks and sending all the best for the family. And thanks for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me on. All the best, everybody. Hope you enjoyed what I've got, and come visit if come pop on my live shows, and you're able to throw your situations at me. We'll see how it goes. Thank you very much.
See you, mate.
Cheers, man.
Wow, that's a fascinating stuff right there. All right, what I'll do is I'll just share my screen here. Go and check out. So this is the channel here. I mean, look, the draft stuff is tricky. So anyone that can try and make it a little less tricky, he's doing some really good work there. So that's the channel there. He does all sorts of scenarios. He's got live streams as well that he does. So yeah, just go and check him out. It's good to get some fresh creators out there. Wow, there you go. All right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in, well, those of you watching at home, if you want to call in and really just bring up anything at all, whatever's on your mind, whether it's what you've just seen now, whether it's what you've seen, this week, Carlton related, footy related, whatever it is, go for it. Jump in. And then I reckon shortly we'll do a little giveaway. That's what I think we'll do. All right. Shannon.
Hey.
I can't see you. I can hear you, but I can't see you.
Hold on.
Shannon is gone. All right. We'll bring Shannon back when Shannon gets here. Andy.
Terry.
Mate, what's going on?
I'll tell you a funny story today. I went and was visiting some customers for work, and I went and saw some guys that I haven't seen in a while, and they're like, "Oh, here's the celebrity," and I'm like, "What do you mean celebrity?" And they go, "Oh, we just keep seeing you on Blue Abroad." I'm like, "Oh, wow, D-grade celebrity of Adelaide. How good's that?"
Just like that, mate. The people of Adelaide have seen you.
I just thought it was very funny, but it did show that, you know, a lot of other people watch you, Terry. So that should be a pump up for you, mate.
Mate, we've got people all around the world that tune in. It's bizarre, but it's good.
I haven't spoken here since all the fiascos of the trade period. So yeah, I don't know if we're even talking about that, but yeah, it's good to see.
Well, mate, whatever's on your mind, whatever's front of mind, it's on the agenda.
Well, I just got a fair bit to catch up on, but yeah, no, I like the moves we made. I like as bad it was to see our friend Mr. Charles go.
Who?
Yeah.
Who?
Yep. I think, I don't want to go too early, but I think ultimately it'll be better for us. I think there's definitely a bit of a professionalism lacking in the last year, and I don't know. I always wanted to get Hayward to our club, and I was disappointed when we couldn't make that move happen. So we've got him now, and Florent, I think, will be trying to prove a lot of people wrong, and I think that'll be a good one for us as well. So yeah, we'll see how we go. Watching a little bit of the highlights of this Harry Dean and your Ison, who I think we're gonna try to get. They look pretty good young kids. So yeah, I hope that we can just get the deals done. I think all the chat now with people matching bids, and I can see that definitely happening. I think there's definitely going to be a couple of clubs that are just going to say, yeah, we'll take Harry Dean at pick number 1 or pick number 2. Fuck you, Carlton. And I think it's just going to happen now. I think there's been too much talk for it not to happen. So
obviously I'm always going to be a little biased towards Carlton, but just feel like you've got to make a bid on one of those Gold Coast boys first. And if one, if not both of them get bid on before Harry Dean.
Yeah.
Purely based on the fact that you let Gold Coast and or Brisbane, if you want to bring them into the equation, just get away with it. I mean, we have enough points to match a Harry Dean bid no matter what. Like, we're good. Doesn't matter. So, obviously it'd be more beneficial for us if he gets bid on a little later. But you can really put Brisbane and or Gold Coast in a pickle for the future if you bid on either of their boys earlier.
I think you need to do it. The one thing that I hate living in the past, but the one thing I just posted on the live chat, but why didn't Nick Dacos get bid on earlier? So why didn't people go, yeah, we know Collingwood, we know you're going to get him, but nah, the first I'm picking Dacos and Ashcroft's as well. Like, did it happen with the Ashcroft brothers? Did anyone say, no, we're going to take him first? Or, like, why didn't that happen? Whereas
I think Tommy wrote here they didn't. North were open and wanted to give pick one prestige to not lose the player. And GWS, due to being NGA heavy at the time, rarely bid on players as they support the academies.
Right. Okay. I don't understand anything that means, but I can, I know.
I think it's basically saying it was a different time and there was a different attitude towards academies and bids.
Yeah. The way Pommy, you had him on a couple of weeks ago and he was just explaining the system, and I've never had it explained so simply where I understood it. So I want to give a big pump up to Pommy, because every time the AFL app explains it, or they get, Mr. Beveridge on or Kautumi, I don't know, it's confusing, but Pommy had it, and he uses, Pommy's language, and I'm like, I finally get it. I finally understand how the system works. And I'm like, mate, how's this guy not on like an AFL media to explain it to simpletons like myself? Because it was like, I was speaking to my rallies, and we're trying to, if this happens, then what happens here? And if that happens with Harry Dean, then how do we get it? And why do we, are we going to lose pick 9 and pick 11 if someone bids for him? I'm like, I don't know. And then I was listening to Pommy, and I'm like, oh, maybe it's not so bad if that happens. So, it would be great if he, sort of went later, so we still had another pick. I was watching your sort of your analysis. Who was that guy you analysed during the week? He's sort of like a great user by foot. I can't remember his name.
Josh Lindsay.
Yeah, so I'm like, man, God, if we, imagine if we just pick him up, it just goes past everyone and we pick him up, You could just see the ball skills and the willingness to just take the kicks on. So
I'm just,
I don't know.
To add more context for you, the player that gets drafted at pick 1 receives a $10,000, like a bonus. Imagine if someone did a bid on Dacos at pick 1 and paid him $10K. Oh, okay. So you're essentially, North in that case would have been allowing, Nick Dacos to get the bonus by forcing Collingwood to match the bid. I don't know, man.
Yeah, like, it's just,
I don't know, man.
Come on. I don't know. I'm sort of, as much as people hate him, like, from other clubs, like, and he's really going to be hated because he didn't get the deal done in the end. But Sam Mitchell, just the ruthlessness in how he's going about it at the moment, I think people need to get to the party of how they're going about their recruitment and draft strategy. Like, they're basically, I don't give a fuck. I'm going for whoever, contracted or non-contracted. I'm here to win. If you don't want to win, if you want to be one of these guys that gets left behind, that's fine. But we're going to be just no holds barred, going for everybody. And
Matt,
I think
I agree. I think what it also says is to the AFL, stop us from doing it. Like, change the rules, and until you change the rules, we'll just keep doing whatever we can because you just got to make the most of the situation while it's there. Because we're talking about tampering, because that's a really big rule in the NBA with talking about free agents, any public commentary about them not allowed. You get none of this, like, fuck, I don't know what that stunt was by Sydney with Kerno, like that, whatever that was, that little stunt, that ain't happening. So until they change the rules on that, fair play to Hawthorn for, going for it.
And the big thing for them now is, like, they didn't get it done. Like, they were, Essendon were saying all along, no, we're not trading Merritt. But, now they're going to sort of, I don't care what anyone says, when you don't get a deal done so public like that, players will raise their eyebrows. They'll be like, ugh, God, they're tapping me on the shoulder. Imagine if I said, yeah, I want to go there, and they don't get it done. So I love that deal didn't get done. I really loved it. I also loved, like, there's going to be a lot of Blues fans that are like, who's going to kick our goals? And I was one of them initially. I'm like, man, who's going to kick our goals? But I'm also of the opinion, if a player's like, hey, I want to go, and you don't let them go, it generally, I reckon, burns that club because you got to cash in when they're hot, you know? So like an example of that is, oh God, I had it on the tip of my tongue where they could have let him go and they didn't. Oliver's one, Harrison Petty from Melbourne. Adelaide were going to pay. They were going to pay picks, money, players to get like fucking Harrison Petty from Demons to their club. And then Melbourne kept him. And it's like Harrison Petty now, like, has been dropped. He's like, you know, like he's not a bad player, but he's not, realistically, he's not a high profile player. Adelaide were going to give a couple of first rounders, I think a couple of first rounders and a pick in the next year's draft. And Melbourne were like, no, we're gonna keep him. So as much as it's maybe in the short term going to hurt us with Curnow, you can get something for these high profile players, do it. Because look what we got for him, you know. So I don't think it was a bad move, and there was clearly he wasn't happy, and he really, like, he played shit. Yeah, he might have had a shitty preseason and he was possibly still injured, but that's another reason why, hey, maybe move him on. But I think it was good, like, now, you know, ultimately, it's like, instead of being a sook about it, you know what, mate, see you later. We'll get what we can for him and, you know, over-capitalise on him. And, you know, like, yeah, next year he'll kick a miraculous goal and he'll mark the ball and City will be like, oh, my God, how have we got this player? But realistically, I think it's important for the fans of the Blues. Remember 2025 when he was giving up mid-chase, when he just was trying to dob goals from outside 50 and just looked like he didn't give a shit? Imagine if we kept that. That's what I'll be thinking every time, you know, we see him and we go out and play. Like, imagine we kept that guy who just didn't want to be here. So
yeah,
yeah.
There's two things about it. Number one, I'm a bit more now focused on Harry and the potential for what Harry could do, given he's got a lot more focus and attention is going to be put on him as the focal point in the forward line. You know, and then the second thing is this trade. Yeah, in theory, it is good, but it's only as good as what the change in environment and the fixing of the environment that Carlton do. Because we don't want to be in these. The best way to not be in these scenarios is have a good environment, build the environment, the club culture first, and then you don't have these scenarios happening. And I think that's where ultimately we went wrong. We didn't build this. I don't know what they were telling us that they were building, the habits and the high performance and this and that. Rubbish. All of it. Rubbish. Garbage. Lies. So, you know, let's get that right. Let's get some good, fresh, committed energy in the place. And I reckon, yeah, see what happens.
The big thing that I'll end on without carrying on too much today is, and you've said it a multitude of times, wins solve the problem, right? So next year, if hypothetically speaking, we make finals, and let's say St Kilda and Sydney don't, you think those players are going to go, fuck, shit, maybe I was part of the problem, or, you know, I mean, it'll hurt them if they don't. Like St Kilda especially, like my eyes are on Saints. If St Kilda do not make finals next year, holy shit, will the AFL media be on them at every given point? Will be on Ross Lyon and be on the players, and the media will go after them. And Carlton especially, imagine if we make finals without Curnow and without TDK and without Jack Silvani, and it'll be, who gives a shit? I mean, as a fan, I don't give a shit who gets us to the promised land. I just want to see them get to the promised land. I couldn't give a shit if Charlie Curnow's winning that, you know, goal-winning goal in the finals to get us through to the next week. I don't care. I just want to see the club get there. So I think a big thing out of all this, you know, every move that Mr. Graham Wright's made at the moment is moves that we've craved and we've asked for. And now it's about putting it on the field and getting those wins. And if that happens, mate, happy days. Like I really don't care that a Silvani will be wearing different colours. I'll be worried about Hayward doing his job and Paddy Cripps, leading, and Sam Walsh doing it. So, like I'm over sort of getting angry. All the anger's gone now. I'm just like, looking forward to what we do in the draft and seeing hopefully a really good preseason and us putting it on the field with people that are like, nah, fuck all this bullshit that we've been doing the last couple of years. Let's put it together on the field. So that's where I'm at.
It's all about the Blues, mate. It's all about the Blues.
That's it.
Yeah.
All right.
Stuff. Well,
Terry,
mate,
good speaking to you again, mate.
Yeah,
good
likewise, mate. You too.
All the best.
I like the. I think facial hair is becoming a bit of a trend in the Carlton community. It's good to see.
I've had it. Yeah, I've had it.
I feel like it's grown on your end a little bit more.
I gave it a trim. It's fucking going grey, which is really scary. It's so grey.
Amazing.
Anyway, all right.
Good
all
on
the
you,
best, mate.
Chat soon.
Take it easy.
All right, Shannon, we'll try you again. I don't see your camera, so I'll let you. Hang on, You there, Shannon? Shannon's not there. Okay. Monster, aka Joel.
How are you, Tez?
Man, I'm well. Love the living room. They got a beautiful home there, mate.
Yeah, no, that's just a background, mate. The place is a mess.
Fair enough.
How's things with you? Kicking goals?
Yeah, I reckon the last 10 days or so, it's been the first time all year where I feel like I've just been able to not be on, like super on. So I'll be honest, it's a struggle to adjust. So it's been a really interesting time. And I think mentally I'm a little bit checked out. I just want to get out of here and just spend a few months away and recharge and get after it.
Yeah, I mean, I've done the same. I've been doing some fasting and getting out there, just getting some exercise, which I haven't done for a little while, and get away from it. Just have a mental reset. So that's been a real help for me in the past couple of weeks. But yeah, like I agree with the last guy. Sorry, I didn't catch his name. But yeah, like I'm really happy with where we're going. Everything seems to be coming together. Just the symbolism of the Guernsey being raised again. And I've got concerns about that, but next week I'll be ordering one for myself. Like I'm going to get in on it. Yeah, but I've got concerns. Like, just looking at how they're doing it, like, is that going to remain in the fabric? There's no padding underneath. Like, give it a couple of washes, will it be dead? Will it be flat again?
Thought of it like that. How do you know?
Yeah.
How do you know that it could do that?
Well, they're only using a hot press and steam, so it's like a permanent press. So it could leave it in time. But yeah, like for me, that's really special because I've got photos of me as a very young kid, probably 3, maybe 4, with an old school, woolen long sleeve jersey with it stitched onto the front. And, my son wore that when he was little as well. So yeah, having that back, from someone who's maybe a generation past yourself, it's super special for us because that's what we grew up with. Like that was always there. When they went to the polyester, all that kind of fell away. So it's a major part of our history.
What's interesting about it is, I mean, I reckon my first Guernsey, well, for sure, it would have been raised, and then I reckon they got rid of it for a while, and I reckon they brought it back. Correct me if I'm wrong, by the way.
They did bring it back for a couple of years, late teens.
Yeah. So 18, maybe 18, 19.
18, 19. Yeah, I think it was that. Someone said it was 2019. I can't remember 100%, but
yeah, the point I wanted to
COVID
make
does that to you.
Yeah, the point I wanted to make is they've got to be careful because you remember it growing up. That was the identity of the Monogram. They've got to be careful to not be gimmicky with it and just bring it back for 1 or 2 years, because the young generation, younger than I of today, they have no memories with the Rays Monogram at all. So
Exactly.
You've got to make sure that you don't lose that if it's important.
Yeah, and I think there's a bit of a rift between the different generations within the club and the supporters. But I think over time, if they do hold it for a while, and look, I'm hopeful that we get back to an actual applied raised logo rather than just have it pressed into the fabric. Because there's so many moments in the 80s you can remember of the players grabbing that after a goal or usually after a goal. It's a lot of those are burnt into my memories. And that's what it's about, and for everyone, read what's on the back of the collar. Like we as fans all know what that says, and we want to see our players have that same pride in what's on the front, not what's on the back.
Do you have any? Do you have a strong opinion on the what do you call it? The motto?
Oh no, I think that's a very important part as well. Not as important as the Rays Monogram, but it is important. And again, I think we need to get back to some of these older things. And not everything back in the day was done fantastically. There's things that happened in the 60s, 70s, and 80s that would not fly today. We could never have another Robert Walls as a coach. Times have changed. People have moved on. Society has moved on. Things that were done then, would be answering to the AFL half the time rather than the society in general. So not everything can come back, but we have a massive history as one of the oldest clubs in the competition. So I think we should lean into that. And there's a lot of people out there, not the younger crowd, the under 25s, maybe not, but when you get up to my age and you get into your 40s, like this is what we had. We had the Monogram, we had that motto on almost everything. So I think having this come back after Graham Wright has come into the club, I think, I don't know it's him, but I've got a feeling he's been very involved and obviously very supportive in it. He's listening to what we're asking for, and he's kind of delivering. So I'm from that perspective, I'm like, yes, this is great. We've got someone in who really wants to take the legacy that we have with all those premierships and wants to pull that forward into the current day where we've really struggled for 30 years. We haven't done anything in the competition basically for 30 years. Even we haven't had a granny appearance. We had nothing. So it's one thing to say, oh, we want to take the flag. Great. We all want that. Every club, every supporter wants that. But let's lean into that history. Let's lean into that culture that was there, and I'm hopeful that going forward, we start going back to the supporters that we had in the 80s and early 90s. There's a little less just throwing of mud, bad talking the team. there's a lot of, so-called supporters out there that are willing to, throw a player or the team as a whole under a bus on a performance. It's one thing to say, yeah, the performance was bad. There was some really, difficult passages of play that fell down. We weren't there. All those sort of things are absolutely fine. And then you can certainly call out specific instances and performances from certain people. But at the end of the day, it's still our team. We are members. We have a very small part of ownership of the organization. I think just seeing some of the movements, I think I've got hope.
Well, I think a year like this, I mean, whether we like it or not, a year like this year, it was kind of, I don't want to use the word out of tune, but torture in a way. Now that we know that all year, De Koning was checked out, Curnow was checked out, and Silvani was tossing and turning, still played pretty passionately, but ultimately he was out the door halfway through the year or earlier. Like, now that we know all of that was going on, while also being told, stick with us, back us in, or Curnow saying, we just have to win one, and we've made a pact and we've made promises. Like, it's going to take time. I totally agree with your point, by the way, because we need some fresh momentum, and we need fresh energy, and we need a spark. But this year, it's going to stick. Combined with whatever's happened over the last couple of decades, it's tough because every year you kind of got to reset and just look at it year by year. But I feel like when a year turns to shit, the first thing that comes back with that is the compound interest of the last 30 years.
And you see it in the comments, Terry. Like, you go on anywhere online, even in the supporter group on Facebook. There's a few other groups as well. And, there's the naysayers, there's the non-supporters, are the ones that just want to kick us because we're Carlton. We have that 30 years of being, effectively in the wilderness. And, we carry that weight. It's guilt, it's sorrow, it's all these emotions that we have. And of course, once you do get to that grand final and you do win it, you let it go. That all that emotion comes out. That's why we want it. We want that feeling. So definitely, new players coming in. Obviously, let's see what comes of the draft. I think we, at least we've got our two, I think. And awesome from Santana or Sothram or whatever his name was. That site, I spent about an hour on it the other night and just clicking around, just trying to get an idea of how it works, because I've got no idea. The point system, the rebate from overpaying, where that comes in. It's it's going to be a difficult one to navigate for Nick and the team, but get a couple of these new players. Let's hope we can get Jagger back on the field. Just get some momentum going. And people that want to play, because there's no heart in it last year. For a lot of players, there's very little heart. And I mentioned this when we chatted last time too. The lack of effort on field. When that hit in at the G, it was that's when they got booed. It's one thing to lose to a better team, but the players are not putting in, then you're going to feel the wrath of the supporters.
I've been doing a lot of reflecting finally and reviewing of the year, and I watched the fan cams from round 4 when we lost to Collingwood. I might play it a little later. There's one particular fan cam. It's Adrian. I think he was the first person to come on, and it was a really fascinating watching it now and hearing what we were saying then. Like, we just knew. And something happened on that night, and maybe it wasn't just that night. Maybe it was literally just was round 1 Richmond. But I think so early in the season, Adrian, the way he was talking about what he had seen and the way that he and I were reacting to what we had seen, it was quite fascinating to go back and watch that, because ultimately in the season, I mean, we have a feel for it, what's happening, but you never truly know. But it turns out what we were feeling was absolutely spot on. They were soulless. They were not there. Like there wasn't a team.
In body, but not in mind. And yeah, even round one. Even round one. You know, I went back and watched round one a little bit, or at least some highlights and a little bit of the fourth quarter, and the same thing.
Yeah.
Just going through the motions on the field, you know, and you know, just bad play. You know, what is? Well, I don't know what they were doing, to be honest, but you know, the constant bombing to the pack, like no leads coming, nothing. What the hell? Like, and again, you go back to 95 season and go watch a couple of games like that where you had, you know, people running all over the park, fast handballs, leads, like just, you know, they're just standing there waiting for the ball, and then, you know, defenders are climbing all over them.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's I'm hopeful though that these new guys coming in, you know, obviously the ones that we've done the deals on, and also, yeah, and I'm very hopeful about them. But I'm like you, obviously Dean, Ison, and Lindsay, if we can get him, that would be fantastic.
It's a fantasy, but gee, it's a good one.
It's a good one, and it gives you hope. It gives you hope. Hey,
if the bid,
we get all those, there's a possibility that we could definitely be in finals next year, because these guys are, you know, they're quality players. It'll take a while. You know, it might take a season or two, but with everyone else we have, like, we should be in the 8 at the end of the season.
Look, bottom line,
I'd be off this year. I'd be happy with that. To be completely fair, they make the 8, they make a final, maybe even win one final. That's going to be a successful season based on what we did this year.
I think bottom line, if supporters feel, and we know when that team is connected and when they're on and when things are clicking together, if we're just not good enough because there's not enough high-end talent next year, but the commitment to the cause and the desperation and the hunger and the desire is all there, I think you'll see a satisfied supporter base.
Absolutely. We that's all we want. You know, like, if it was us in the team, because it means so much to us, we would be pushing ourselves so hard. Mind you, I'd be having a heart attack on the field, the way those guys run these days. But yeah, like we'd be giving it everything until we dropped. And that's what we didn't see this year from a good number of players that, you know, we don't have to worry about them for next season.
I've got one for you. So one thing I've noticed this week in particular, I've been talking to, you know, a lot of the AFLW program, right? So I spoke to the coach on Tuesday night or Wednesday night, spoke to a couple of players this week. Part of the big turnaround in this women's team is their ability to, the coaching staff's ability to let go and let the players actually generate their energy and have fun. When I see Florent and when I see Hayward and their excitement, honestly, today I was talking to Pommy actually about it, and I'm like, I hope we don't make them miserable straight away, because there is this little bit of, if someone's smiling, he's smiling. He should be serious. You know, Peter Motley would never have done that, or Sticks would never have done that. Like, there's a little bit of that where we demand them to act in a certain way and not be too happy. Like, Jesse Motlop did a Diego Jota celebration. What's he fucking doing? Like, a little bit of that. Like, I'd be curious to see if we allow them to try and generate some buzz.
Look, if the results are there, I don't think anyone's gonna care at that point.
Yeah. Okay.
It's all about the result, you know, and if they come out and, you know, play well, play with heart and soul, you know, and they play for the Monogram, and that's the key, playing for the Monogram. Now, obviously, guys like Florent and Hayward, they're not there yet. It's going to take them a while to get that feel. But I found it hilarious watching that video the other week. Saying, hey, we wanted to stay, like we were bloods through and through, and then we were told we were not wanted, or to take the deal, get the hell out. There's not a space for you.
Yeah.
Like in that 2 weeks, like I feel for the guys. Like they thought, oh yeah, my contract's good for next year. I'm going to go across to South America, have a great time, and instead, it's a nightmare, and that would be a nightmare as a player. Like I wouldn't like to be in that position. Like you're trying to go off and have disconnect. Like you said, Terry, you want to go off for a couple of months and just reset. Well, that was their time to do that, and instead they're in, the eye of the storm, waiting for the next round to hit. I really feel for them, and I hope that they see this as hey, this is a lifeline, or this is something we can go forward with, and they come into it really positively and look to deliver something. And the best thing would be to play really, really well and really show the Swans, like, you screwed up, screwed it. We can play like this, and you wanted to take Curnow. And let's see what happens, because if Curnow plays the way he played for us, without it being delivered on a silver platter, they're going to have problems there as well.
I think he'll be pretty good in the short term for them, like really good, but I think in the long term,
it's going to drop. It's going to drop real quick. I give him until halfway through the season.
No, see, I think he'll be elite for them for a couple of years. I think in 5-6 years, he's likely to not be playing in the league anymore. And then after that, the kids that we drafted, next year after, whatever happens, I just think long term it's going to be beneficial. Yeah. But I do expect that in the short term it's a Sydney win. If you talk about,
I think for the first little while, I think and let's think about the draw. I've heard some machinations about the draw, about us traveling to Sydney in the first few rounds. That's going to be hard. That's going to be real hard for us to, and we really want to win there. It's been a long time since we've won at the SCG. A long time. A long time. I would say it's probably 15 years or more.
No, we beat, I reckon we beat them maybe 2019.
Did we?
Maybe. Did we? Am I imagining that? Was there a win where Cripps picked up happily over his shoulder?
Maybe not at the not at the SCG.
Or maybe not the SCG.
It might have been in Melbourne, but not up here in Sydney. It's been a long time for us to win in Sydney.
Was it Juddy in the rain 2011? Was that the last time?
Possibly, yeah.
That Friday night, it was raining.
Yeah, could have been.
The virtuoso performance from Chris Judd.
Yeah, it could be that long. It's been a long time. Not exactly sure, when that was, but
Carlton v Sydney SCG 2019. Okay, July 13, 2019. Carlton beat the Swans by 7 points, 9 goals, 15 to 8 goals, 14. And this was at, was it at the SCG? It was a Swans home game.
No, let's call it the SCG then.
Yeah.
But I think at that time they didn't play anywhere else. No, it doesn't happen often. And, that we can take the win away from them at the SCG. I tell you what, it's gonna mend the couple of holes I have in my heart for the last couple of years that we've travelled up here and just had demoralising losses. That would be a nice little change, and that's what we want. That's where we need the Florence and the Haywards to stand up, and even the others. But getting them to have a season with us, like some of our cast-offs have had. Like Kennedy had a fantastic year at the Dogs, like really good year at the Dogs, and that kind of hurts, in another way, because we know he's got skills. He's been able to deliver them at another club, But that's what we need from Florent Hayward this year, this season coming.
Yep. Awesome.
So if we get that, we'll be good. I would just love to stick it to Sydney. And I live in the town. They've always been kind of a second team to me, just because it's where I am after moving up from Melbourne. Even played in a slightly different Swans jersey, in my teenage years and early 20s. So I have a bit of a soft spot for them.
Yeah.
But there'd be nothing better than to win at the SCG.
Yep. Would love to see it. Yep. Well, mate, thank you so much.
Yep.
You'll
have to come up once we work out the draw. You'll have to come up, mate.
I will be at the SCG next year. Last time I was there, I bought that stupid $85 scarf, but I will come anyway, and I look forward to it. Mate, thanks so much for calling in.
We'll catch up when you make it up here.
Sounds good. See you, mate.
All right. Thanks, mate. Bye.
That was cathartic. That was great. Lewis, I see you in the waiting room, but there's no video. There is video now. Hello.
Hey, Terry.
Is that a tattoo?
What?
Is that a tattoo?
What do you mean?
Whoa. Can you show us?
I got a dragon.
Whoa. When? Like last week?
I got it on October the 10th, and then I had to do a touch up, and I got it probably done. I forgot what the date was.
Wait.
But I got it done probably 2 weeks ago.
A tattoo here and here?
Yeah, so it's here, and then I got another one probably here.
Shit.
And then I got like a Wolverine right here. So that's like the tattoo so far I have now.
Gee, pre-off season's treating you well, mate.
Yeah, it's been a hectic role for my tattoo journey, but yeah, I've been happy to keep doing it. But yeah, no, I don't want to get too many because I don't want to be over. I don't want to be like a typical Collingwood supporter. So yeah, I need to make sure that I'm not that addicted to it.
Maybe you've started well, if that's the case.
Thank you.
If you're trying to not be addicted and you started with 4 tattoos, you've just nailed it.
Anyway, all right, let's get to Carlton now.
Sure.
You know what? Can I say something? I know, Charlie Kerno's gone now, but you know what I love about when he left? I love the fact that he went on Sydney's saying hello Sydney and hello Sydney, I'm good to be here, and then at the end he said up the Bloods. I think that's how you say it. That just proves how big of a wanker he is. My God, glad that he's gone.
I'll be honest, kind of sick of talking about him. If I'm honest, I get it. It's it's a breakup, and there's stages of getting over an ex. I totally understand it, but I mean.
Oh yeah, no. Like you said, we can't from last fan cams, we can't lose it. Remember when I lost it?
I don't mean to interrupt you, but is that frame in your background? Is that the one that's covered?
Yeah, it still is. Yeah. Talk about getting over an ex. I can't see that frame. That frame is dead to me now. That frame is gone. The other frames are fine. Cripps is fine. Hamakai is all good. And then there's Team of the Century Carlton frame. He's not going to Team of the Century, of course, mate. He's never going to get in Team of the Century.
No.
Honestly, never. Doesn't deserve it.
That's
anyway.
That is brilliant.
I just want to say this right now. I feel like that raised monogram is something that I have been a big fan of. And I read what Graham White said. This Guernsey is like for us to reconnect with the fans and like, to create such a great environment, for the players. And I feel like the players, I'm telling this right now, I feel like they are so heavily invested now, man. Like I never felt more positive going into next season with a new environment, new culture, and just seeing how the players react to it and be 100% involved. Like I think that is what makes, a great club work. As long as you have, people invested in your club, willing to build connections and relationships with the players, I think that is something that is meaningful, especially when it comes to the fans. I mean, the fans, like everyone says, makes the club. And, for Graham White to, always talk about us, mention us, and especially doing this Guernsey to connect with us is something that's like, worth noting and just absolutely unbelievable. It's a special, probably like a special moment, to be honest. Like it's something that we haven't had since 2016, and I think it's incredible to have it for, to celebrate 160 years for the club. So yeah, I'm really over the moon the fact that the club is able to do that. It's just great to see. And now we've got the draft coming up. We wonder how that is going to work out. I'm hoping that we get Harry Dean. I mean, I think we'll get Harry Dean easily. We will. I'm just worried about Jack Eisen because I think, like, I think he's going to be, like you said, a player that is going to surprise us all. I think this kid's going to be an absolute surprise this year. He's got a good kick in him. He's got some X factor about him, and he can deliver the ball very well inside 450. And then, next year we get Cody Walker, and like this transition from from Patrick Cripps, from Harry Mackay, and from all like the old players that that we drafted like back in 2013, 2016, and now we're getting players like Cody Walker, Harry Dean, and all that. It just proves like how time flies, man. Jesus Christ.
No,
it's just amazing.
You're not wrong. Well, I might be giving you a call. You might be winning a Guernsey soon.
Fuck, man. You know what? If I win that Guernsey, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna go nuts. But nah, to be honest, if I don't win it, I'll be happy for the other person to win it. And you said this is the first jumper, isn't it? This is like the first jumper.
Yeah, so I went in yesterday, and I was there, and I was apparently so they said to me I was the first person that bought it from the shop. So it's actually two. I bought two. I'm going to give both of them away.
Cool. So. You know what the funniest thing is for the raised Guernsey? So I was sleeping, and my dad came in and said, "Hey, just Carlton's bringing the old monogram back. They're bringing the upwards monogram." And I'm like, "What are you on about?" And then I woke up, and I was like, I saw it, and then I was like, "Okay, yep, time to get up and time to go nuts." Because that is the way I'm feeling right now. That's the way I felt when I saw it. I was so happy to bring it back. And now, they got the girls as well. I want to say this before I go. The girls have absolutely played. I've watched every girls game except for one, which was against Sydney.
Yep.
I have never, ever felt more proud of the girls for what they were able to do, man. Like, those girls have brought 110% every week, and they played such an attractive brand of football. It's unreal. And also, I just want to say, when they sing the theme song, man, they just fucking love to do it. They love singing the theme song at the end when they win the game, and they bring passion to it. Like when the boys won the semi-final, like against Melbourne, yeah, there was some passion about it. But when the girls win, it's just like they're just so inspired of the song. And that's what made me happy when I was watching every girls game. The fact that when they won, they sang the song with pride. And I think that is something that's really incredible. And I'm hoping that the girls do well in the finals. I don't think we're going to win the flag in the finals, man. I think North Melbourne are going to fucking win it. I mean, They're too good. They're too good. We'll see.
All
We'll
right,
see.
Lewis.
Anyway,
We'll see, my friend. Take care, yeah?
you too, man. I'll
Yeah.
be with you guys until the Guernsey, announcement. So yeah. Anyway,
All right.
go
See you, man.
Blues, and
Go
I'll
Blues.
stick with you guys. Bye.
I just remembered. So, Dale Baker. Oh, Dale, if you're still watching, click the link if you can, or let me know where I can find. I've seen you post about this. It's not on your Instagram. It's somewhere else. He's actually pointed out something about the monogram, which hasn't been addressed just yet. Oh, Dale, if you're here, let me know so you can direct me where to go. But I do want to bring it up because it's a good point. All right. Kobe.
G'day, Terry.
What's up,
How
mate?
are we?
Mate, we're good.
We're good. We're playing finals, aren't we, Terry, this year?
We're playing finals tomorrow, mate. Indeed.
We're playing finals tomorrow. I will be there.
You will be there?
I will be there. Definitely.
I will be there. Doesn't matter if it's going to rain or not. We have to be there.
Front row cheer squad, I'm pretty sure. So,
yeah. Very good. I was there yesterday. I was there for the open training. Something that's really struck me about the W team, they are so grateful and they are so engaged with the people that do get there and support them. It's like chalk and cheese. Like they're so into it. They love being at Carlton.
Yeah, definitely. And the other feeling, like with the crowd, they may not draw the numbers, like sometimes, but the people will definitely flock tomorrow, no doubt. But even when there isn't like a ton of people there, you still feel like, in a way, I think you almost feel more connection to the players in the AFLW in some aspects. That makes sense.
Well, I mean, to be fair as well, because it's so new, like they're so like the men can't be so engaged with every single supporter. That comes up to them. There's too many of them.
Yeah.
But anyway, tomorrow should be. Hopefully they get the win, and hopefully they just keep building momentum. And
hopefully,
hey, you never know.
All right. Thanks for getting me on.
No worries, Copes. Have a good one, man.
No worries. You too.
All right, see ya. All right. How about we give away a Guernsey? Dale, I'm on your Instagram on another tab, but I don't see this post about the monogram. So if you can tell me, actually, never mind. I found it. Okay. Stand by, Dale. So Dale picked up on something which might be of interest. And you might not see the monogram the same way again. So anyway, where is he? Dale Baker Art. So if you remember Dale, I did a Carlton People episode with Dale a while back now. Does a lot of the caricature drawings. Now, he picked up on something with the monogram right here. So he's picked up a bit of a misalignment with the monogram. What's going on here? Surely others can see the errors in the current monogram. Some aspects are too long, some are too squashed down and just don't look right. No need for the elongated downward F part. Let's align our design. Blues. So you can see here, this is a little long, and just to compare it, so that is if he's actually done the change there. Does that make sense? Dale, do you have any other photos of this? This part here is just a bit long, and he's proposing to just cut it slightly so it's in alignment. You can see here he's actually deleted some of it so it sits. And then, yeah, the F part. So see how this comes out just a little bit more? Anyway, it's an interesting pickup, and I wonder if they'll address it. I don't know how you picked up on it, Dale, but I respect that you did. Anyway, it's time to give away a Guernsey. So I went in yesterday. They're actually pretty cool. I'll be honest, I didn't like the raised monogram in theory sounds cool. And then, I mean, this doesn't even do it justice, but like it is pretty cool. I won't lie. I don't know if you can see that properly. There you go. There you go. So yeah, and as you can see, the C at the bottom, it's just a little bit too long. Dale, you've ruined it. Well, actually, you haven't ruined it. Somebody else has. And I never noticed the top part either. Yeah, that F. It's just joined. So there you go. Anyway, I'm giving away the Guernsey. So, members, you're in. This is a member exclusive giveaway. I've got all your names all ready to go. I'm going to spin the wheel and we're going to give away a Guernsey to a lucky winner. So, without any further ado,
that hawk to and spit on that thing. You get me?
all right. So, the winner of the very first 2026 Carlton Guernsey from the Carlton shop to be purchased is Mr. Ian Mond. Ian, congratulations. Are you here? If you are, let yourself be known. Otherwise, I'm going to call him. Where is he? Mr. Ian. Ooh. Where's he at? Let's have a look. Ian. Okay.
Hi. If you record your name and reason for calling, I'll see if this person is available.
Ian, it's Terry from Blue Abroad. I'm trying to give you a free Carlton Guernsey.
Thanks. Please stay on the line.
Ian speaking.
G'day, Ian. It's Terry Degani from Blue Abroad. How you doing?
Yeah, good, thanks.
That's the way. Have I got you at a good time?
Yeah, no problems.
Ah, awesome, mate. Well, I've just done a giveaway for the brand new 2026 Carlton Guernsey, and you've just won.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Congratulations.
Oh, thanks.
So yeah, do you have a preference in size?
Well, I'm quite tubby.
Mm.
So I'm about 165 centimeters and 96 kgs. What do you think?
I have large.
Extra large.
Yeah.
Shirt, so.
I can give you an extra large. Totally fine.
Yeah, cool.
All right.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Well, congratulations, mate. Thank you very much for being a member. And yeah, I'm glad we can give back to you.
Yeah, you got my address and everything?
I have everything. You are live on stream, so just be mindful of telling me your address.
And no, this is great. So yeah, so I'm just watching the news. So thanks all. Thanks Terry.
No.
And I love watching you guys. So and keep it coming.
No,
Okay.
It's a pleasure, mate. I will have your Guernsey in the mail. Well, not tomorrow. Yeah, post office is open. So yeah, look out for it.
Oh, no problems, mate.
Thanks, Ian.
See ya.
See you, mate. Bye. Brilliant. Congratulations, Ian. Ash, Thursday, March 5th, opening round, Sydney Carlton at the SCG. Hang on. Hold on. Is that confirmed? Is that confirmed? Is that real? Please tell me this is dropping right now. How do we know? Just saw that on the news from Mitch Cleary. Hang on. They would give it to Sydney at the SCG. Disgusting. Oh, mate. Buckle up. We are off to Sydney. It's real. There you go. There is the 2026 opening round fixture. March 5th, Thursday, Sydney, Carlton, SCG. Oh, mate. Typical. Do we think that is going to be the only time we play Sydney next year? Do you think they'll give it another one? Wow. Guys, this is big news. Sydney first up at the SCG. GWS Hawthorn, Gold Coast Geelong, great matchups. Brisbane, Western Bulldogs, St Kilda, Collingwood. All right. The Saints get their wish. And I don't even know if Sydney want this. I don't think Sydney really want this. I don't think people understand the passion of the Carlton supporter base and what we're waiting. And I just said I don't want to talk about Charlie. I'm over it, but whatever. Away we go. Oh, Dale. Dale. How are you?
Am I on?
You are on.
Oh, g'day, mate. How you going?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very well. Firstly, awesome show tonight. Like so much information from everyone that's come on. Yeah, I just wanted to explain.
Yes.
And I'll make this really.
Can I just pause you because I can't unsee it since you showed it to me.
There's a couple other things I need to show you. I'm a design teacher, okay? So I love this monogram. You know, I've been, you know, to my students, this is the be all and end all other than the New York Yankees NY. But there are a couple of things that I think we can improve, not for next year, 2026, because obviously the race monogram, which looks awesome, by the way, but maybe for 2027. So let's have a look. I've got, this is Kutafidi's top here. You can see that you did mention the C at the bottom, but it's also the little c here. That's not aligned here, which I've been told by a fan on the internet. This comes from the original monogram, which was obviously sewed on. And they tried to make it, I guess, for this more human looking. So there are mistakes in it. So this part of the F is pushing that part down. So it's not just the big C, it's the little c here, which is not aligned here. My idea is to perhaps get rid of this part and just leave it so it just comes across the top. So it still looks like the history of the club, which I love, but just to modernise it just that tad. And I think if we can just fix up a couple of little things here, we will have the most famous monogram in the world. I think it's well, other than the New York Yankees, I think it's one that I grew up with, and a lot of other fans. I just think slight little improvements. If we say play for the monogram, how about we align our monogram, we align our team, we're playing for what's on the front, not the number on the back.
Yeah.
Just tweak a couple of little things here and there, And that's how we move forward. Yes, our history is awesome. Let's just tweak a couple of things and get it Graham right.
The thing that really sticks to me is the bottom part of the C. Like, that's really, really clear to me. And to be honest, I've never really noticed the bottom part of the F here. If I'm on, like, I've never really looked at it like that. When did you first pick this up?
Well, good question. I've looked at this monogram for a long time, and I guess I'm a big fan of the NBA as well, and just how they tweak things over the time. And we're not international, obviously, but we, like blue abroad, like you're saying, you've got fans all over the world. But I think some people look at it and go, yeah, it's just not quite right. And yeah, I think it's worth spending a bit of time. Again, not next year. Let's go with 2026. We've got the Rose monogram. Let's go with it. But for 2027, let's just fix up a couple little things.
Mate, I love it. I absolutely love it. I appreciate you. And I'm sorry it's taken me so long to bring it up on a show, but no better time than the present.
No worries at all. I might get some hate for it, but I'm only trying to improve.
You know what?
So thanks.
No one's actually brought it up. That's the funny part. You're the first person. I mean, unless someone has and I've missed it. I'm pretty sure no one has brought this up. So it's I like it. I like someone that's been able to do that.
Cheers, mate. Have a good night.
See you, Dale.
Thanks.
It's good stuff. That's real good stuff there from Dale. Big fan. Wow, guys, we're going to the SCG. So I see some of your comments. I mean, it's very early. Let me get away and plan the year. But like, in theory, what if we organized like a busload, like a hate trip all the way to the SCG, or flights, like group flights. But like, imagine a hate trip, driving 8 hours, 9 hours, whatever it is, 12 hours from Melbourne to Sydney, just to go watch Kerno kick six. Just to go watch the Blues play the Swans. Interesting. Should call it Boo Abroad. It's very good. Adam, you entered the live stream late, trying to catch up. Soderham's AFL mock draft, and now your head hurts a lot. Look, it is a bit dense. You just kind of got to it's all about the reps. But he's done a pretty good job, as good a job as most people can do, to try and explain things and just visualize it. So, yeah, interesting. Shelley, you'll be there, and you're in on the hate trip. Oh, mate, the haterade. We're going to pour so much haterade. Wow. All right. Fair tirade. What's to hate? We got Will, Ollie, George, and Nick from them. It's like rubbing your hot new girlfriend in your ex-fate. True. Beat them with success. You're not wrong. But I still feel like when we play against them for the first time, there's just a little bit something in there. That is probably something that we can think about in the new year. But, geez, we're going to the SCG. First up, flights. All right. I'll think of something to do. I think that could be a cool start. And also, obviously, depends on how many people would be interested. So leave that with me. I will see what I can do. I'll see what we can put together. That could be fun, though. That could be heaps of fun. Oh, because the Swans, they don't really care about football as much over there. That you've got passionate supporters, but you go to a Swans game at the SCG and it's just social, and you got the clappers, and it's just like, what are you all doing? It's awesome. I think it's good for footy. Brody, I would hope that we are playing them in. It would be so unfair, which life is unfair. So I get that. But it would be such bullshit if the AFL only gave us the Swans in opening round at the SCG and didn't let the Swans come to Melbourne. And you just know when they come to Melbourne, he won't play. You just know. You just know he'll dodge it. Anyway, I'm getting too fired up. It's November. It's not even round one or opening round. I guess that also means that we're in opening round, which means we're going to have an early bye. Do a ladder predictor for opening round. Oh, dear. All right. All right. Well, ladies and gents, that's us. That's us for tonight. Thanks for tuning in. It's been good. Tomorrow, 3 p.m, AFLW finals. If you're doing nothing and you want to get down to Icon Park, get around it. I think it's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of energy. They're up and about, and you never know what can happen if they can get through tomorrow. Monkeys off the back, so to speak. And they can be a really dangerous team. So if I don't see you there, I will see you Monday night for the Blue Broad Show. And we are inching closer and closer to draft night. We're a little under 2 weeks away. Wednesday, the 19th of November, we'll be doing the live stream draft night. Pommy and I. It'll be great. So with that, bid you farewell. Ian, congratulations on winning the Guernsey. I will give away another one next week. I promise. I bought 2. I'm going to give the other one away. And actually what I'll do next week, the winner next week, when I call them, you can choose if you want the one that I've got here or if you want the away strip. So there will be another chance for members to win the 2026 Guernsey. So just letting you all know, for those of you who stuck around and 163 of you that stuck around to watch till the end, we'll be doing another Guernsey giveaway next week. So I will see you Monday. More information to come. Go from there. Go Blues.